In the past, I've taken roles where I have to wake up at 4 a.m., reach the office by 5:45, and come home by 11 p.m., and basically have forced overtimes. So on top of that, I have to work on Saturdays. So some of you can relate to the feeling of leaving home when the sun is down and reaching home when the sun has already set. Sometimes I'll receive calls in the middle of the night just to report to work immediately. Even if I move to a role with slightly better hours, slightly better working hours, I will still be working on my side hustles. So now I have better control over my schedule. I decide when to wake up, exercise, or spend time with my family. There's no more setting alarms or rushing to beat traffic. I can take on projects that respect my time and energy. So the elimination of stressful commutes and irregular hours can help to reduce burnouts and anxiety. I can also attend school events, doctor's appointments, family outings during typical work hours without needing any permission from my supervisors. So I can be present for important moments that I would otherwise miss. Then the nice thing is that I can also travel during off-peak seasons without requesting vacation time. And technically, I can live abroad or adopt a digital nomad lifestyle without worrying about time zones for meetings. I hate having a lot of emails to clear, especially first thing in the morning, and my inbox is always full, sometimes more than 10,000 emails. This is despite the fact that I've put out several email rule filters, but some emails really need my assessment. And it is also especially true if I return from vacation because those emails don't magically disappear. I often take time during my vacation just to sit down and clear emails or to reply to messages because certain decisions have to be made by me and I don't want them to pile up until I return from vacation. So I think this applies to a lot of rank and file employees as well as the CEO. Now, I like the feeling that I have no emails to clear, no action tasks to follow up. The mental clarity that comes with knowing nothing is lurking in your inbox is superb. It reduces your stress and allow me to focus fully on the present. I don't have the feeling of having to be on call all the time. I can disconnect during vacations without worrying about unfinished tasks. I can also start the day fresh without backlog, and I can avoid the burnout. It is one of the quietest yet most profound change since retiring. I no longer have to navigate office politics. I didn't fully realize how much mental energy I used to spend on it. Reading the room, managing perceptions, staying on the right side of decisions, or suddenly enduring meetings where more was being communicated through tone and timing than through actual words. Who spoke first? Who was left out of the email? Who got credit for what? So much of it had nothing to do with the work itself, only with position, power, and personality. There was always an undercurrent, a need to protect your reputation, justify your presence, or anticipate the next restructure. Even when you were not actively involved, you could feel the ripples. A casual comment in group chats, a sudden shift in project ownership, a decision made behind closed doors and announced as consensus. And if you were away, even on approved leave, you risk being written out of the story. But now there's no office, there's no team chat, there's no meeting room when opinions are shared before the agenda even begin. And because of that, there's no need to manage up, keep airlines, watch your bags, or decide who you want to have lunch with. No more second guessing whether your contribution will be recognized or rewritten. No more stress about being misinterpreted in a message or excluded from a key discussion. The politics that once felt inevitable, even normal, have simply dissolved because the environment that bred them no longer exists. I didn't miss it. In fact, I didn't even realize how heavy that weight was until it was gone. So retirement isn't just about time and money, it's also about peace. It's also about waking up without having to navigate the invisible rules or unspoken hierarchies. There's no breezy pole to climb up to the top. It's about freedom from the subtle, constant performance that many of us accept as parts of the job. Now, my relationships are based on choice, not obligation. My conversations with fellow fire personnel in the community itself is genuine, it's not strategic. So when I speak, I do it because I want to, and not because I needed to prove anything. So zero office politics isn't just a benefit of retirement, it is one of the greatest gifts. So vacations are important because it can help my wife and myself to put aside work and just carve out a long stretch of period of time just to be together. We would be able to recharge ourselves better without the interference of work. But the thing about vacation is that sometimes if you are away, you're not in control of the situation that develops in the office. There can be cases where situation goes out of hand and you're not there to arrest the issue or to defend the previous sessions that were taken. So by the time I return, decisions can be made without me in the loop. And boy, I do worry about the plane rides home on what will happen when I reach office the next day. And also because I'm in chat groups, I would be technically expected to respond, especially if I'm a key contributor of that project. And if the discussion does drag on, I will be holding my family's back during the vacation, especially if I'm the only driver for the trip. And I remember that one instance when I was watching NDP fireworks while engaging in the WhatsApp work discussion. I totally cannot enjoy myself fully. But now that I've retired, everything about vacation has changed because now every day feels like a chance for me to recharge. So before that, vacations were like rare escapes, carefully scheduled windows of time, carved out between meetings, deadlines, and responsibilities. They were something to plan for, to save for, and often to worry for. Now there's no office to return to, no unread emails waiting, no meetings rescheduled in my absence. The pressure to stay connected has lifted. The fear of missing out on a decision or being blindsided by one is gone. So for the first time in decades, I can live without looking over my shoulder. Vacations aren't escapes anymore. They're extension of how I live. I can travel when I want to, technically, stay as long as I like, technically, and come back without stress. I wake up without an agenda, and I can spend time with my wife without distraction. We can talk more, we walk more, and we sit in silence and actually enjoy it. I used to think vacation was about getting away from work. Now I understand that it was not just about the destination, it was also about having the freedom to be present. And that freedom, it is the greatest gift retirement has given me. So now, if I were to rewatch the NTP fireworks, I'm not typing a message. I'm holding my wife's hand and I'm smiling. I'm there. Doing random things at random timings. So this is really my new lifestyle and I'm loving every minute of it. So before retirement, every action had to be scheduled, justified, or squeezed into the margins of the day. Want to go for a walk? Only if it's before work or after dinner. Fancy a midweek trip to the museum? Better save it for a public holiday if you're lucky. So even grocery shopping felt like a tactical operation. Weekends are crowded, evenings are rushed, and perishables will not wait for anyone. But now, I go for a walk at 10:37 a.m. on a Tuesday because the weather is perfect and I feel like it. I visit the hawker center at 2:15 p.m. when the lunch crowd is over and the seats are empty. I run errands on a Monday morning. There's no crowds, no queues, no stress. I take a nap after lunch, not really because I'm tired, but because I can. I can also watch a movie at 11 a.m. in an almost empty cinema, and it feels like the theater was built just for me. And if you are a gym lover, you will enjoy going to the gym when it's less crowded and you have the gym to yourself. And if I want to, I can always learn the piano on a whim and fumble through the chords at home, laughing at my own off-key rhythms. Or I can sign up for beginner yoga when the instructor doesn't care if I'm late, because nobody is. Or do a glossy run to JB. So there's really quiet joy in doing things that you want to, not when the society expects you to. So there's no more rushing to beat the clock, no more planning life around office hours, school terms, or peak traffic. I finally understand what people mean by owning your time. So it is not just about the freedom itself, it's also about the rhythm, my own rhythm. And yes, it feels random, but it's not. It's intentional randomness. So I can choose to be spontaneous without the guilt attached to it. And it's also about me reclaiming the small amount of moment that used to be invisible because they just don't fit into the schedule. So I used to think that productivity meant being busy at the right time, but I now know that freedom really means being free at any time. So if you see me buying groceries at 9 a.m. on Wednesday or sipping instant coffee at the park while others are in the meeting, don't worry, I'm not lost. I'm exactly where I want to be, doing random things at random timings and loving every second of it. In the past, watching my daughter as a baby felt like looking at a dream I was always waking up from too soon. I'll rush home from work, still in my shoes, work bag in my hand, desperate to catch the last few minutes of her awake. Her tiny fingers curling around mine, her eyes searching my face as if asking, "Where were you?" I'll stay by her crib just a little longer than I should, watching her breathe, memorizing the rise and fall of her chest, before setting the alarm in my heart. Tomorrow, be home earlier tomorrow. But tomorrow really came on time. I was there, but not present. My body was in the room, but my mind is still drafting emails, calculating deadlines, apologizing with kisses I didn't have time to make linger. Now, now I sit with old photo albums on a quiet Tuesday morning, coffee in hand, sat on the floor, and I watch her again. Not in person, but in memory. I study every baby pictures like it's a sacred file I can finally rewatch in slow motion. The way she babbled at the ceiling fan, how she kicked her legs with joy at the sound of rain. The one really smile that she saved just for me, the one I only saw a handful of times. And now I give myself permission to feel what I didn't have time for then. The wonder, the awe, the sheer miracle of her smallness. I mourn the moments I miss, not with regrets, but with love. And I cherish the ones that I did have right now, deeply, fully, without distraction. So sometimes I tell her, now grown, stronger, and kinder, about the baby she was. I describe the way she used to fall asleep on my chest, how her breath was slow, and I'll stay perfectly still, afraid that every breathing too loud will wake her. I wish I'd done that more, I would say. But because in a way I am, retirement didn't just give me time. It gave me the space to remember her childhood, to finally watch her grow, not through the blur of rushing, but in the quiet clarity of hindsight, with all the love I had then and all the love I can give her now. So I've been planning for FIRE for about 20 years, and this journey has been deeply personal. It's full of learning, adjustments, and quiet milestone. Starting this YouTube channel is my way of documenting the process, not as a guru or an expert, but as someone sharing real experiences from the trenches. And trust me, it is not easy. Creating video is also helping me learn new skills, storytelling, video editing, audio production, all while reflecting on what has worked and what hasn't and why. I aim to share as openly as I can while still protecting my privacy. So while I'll be honest and transparent, I will also be mindful about what I choose to disclose. And please keep in mind that my path wouldn't be the same as yours. Everyone's situation is different. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and make your own. So I'm not offering personalized financial advice, neither do I call myself an influencer. I've turned down media interviews and product promotions for now. I feel that this space is more about the authenticity more than the monetization aspect. But having said that, if the channel ever gets monetized, I think it will still be a small personal milestone. But whether it does or not, I will still be showing up. And if this journey aligns with where you are or sparks a thought, question, or idea, I would love to hear from you. Comment, send a message, or just know you're not alone on the path. Let's learn, grow, and move forward, one honest step at a time.